and welcome to Part 55 of my report on the McCarrick Report by Patrick Parson. Today we begin Chapter 19, titled Information about McCarrick's Past Conduct Received During His Tenure as Archbishop of Washington, 2001 to 2006. When we left Chapter 18, we saw a disappointed Cardinal McCarrick having to acknowledge that his efforts to bring China and the Holy See to mutual understanding and acceptance had failed. Chapter 19 now looks at allegations that were received during his time as Archbishop of Washington regarding his behavior while the Bishop of Metuchen and Archbishop of Newark. Quoting the report here, there is no known alleged misconduct occurring with either adults or minors during McCarrick's term in the Washington Diocese from 2001 to 2006. Chapter 19 is broken into several parts. Part A, information received early during McCarrick's tenure in Washington 2001 to 2002. B. McCarrick's public revelation of a prior anonymous accusation and journalists' investigations regarding the Beach House, April to May 2002. Part C. Information received by the Apostolic Nuncio related to Priest 2, 2004 to 2005. Part D. Information received related to Priest 1 and McCarrick's resignation as Archbishop of Washington, 2005 to 2006. Even though this is not the longest chapter in the report, it is still one of the longer chapters, with a total of 36 pages. I will try to go as quickly as I can through it, while still bringing up what I consider to be the more significant points. Chapter 19 will still take a number of segments, so let's get started. Part A, information received early during McCarrick's tenure in Washington. On November 15, 2001, Archbishop Emeritus, the word emeritus basically means retired, Archbishop Emeritus of Washington, Cardinal Hickey, received a letter from a young man who had previously been a student of Hickey's at seminary in Michigan, and who was now living in New Jersey. The young man asked to meet with Cardinal Hickey to discuss serious allegations he had heard made against a bishop. A footnote here mentions that several priests and seminarians who spent time with McCarrick in the early 2000s saw no sexual misconduct or even requests to share beds. One of McCarrick's former secretaries said he had heard rumors about McCarrick before working for him, but, and I quote, "that apprehension disappeared. There were rumors, but nothing to verify that. Like others in Washington, I never saw sexual activity. He had the habit of grabbing a person by the knee, sitting, or by the shoulder or elbow. It is something that you might do naturally in a family. I never felt uncomfortable with him at all." Unquote. It strikes me as odd that all the persons close to McCarrick, other than his accusers, have never seen anything remotely questionable. Does this raise any questions about their own relationship with McCarrick? and whether they feel it would be to their advantage for McCarrick to maintain a reputation of innocence. Cardinal Hickey recalled the writer of the letter as being rather excitable and determined, and felt he had no way of judging whether the letter had any merit. After conferring with Nuncio Montalvo, Hickey and Montalvo determined that Hickey would ask Bishop William Lorry to deal with the case. We will learn more about Bishop Lorry in our next segment. The former seminarian was described as rather excitable and determined. Perhaps we should add such qualities to ourselves in our concern what awaits us in the next life. Can we allow our souls to be excited enough? Can we be determined enough to seek salvation both for ourselves and those around us? Let us start by praying the Fatima Prayer. O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead all souls to heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy.